can join me. And today we're going to be talking about EMFs. There's so much information coming up, and there's so much information that is available now to us about EMFs. I can't even say it, and the dangers of EMFs. So I wanted to come and have you guys join me here today as we talk about EMFs and the exposures of and the dangers of EMFs. Okay, so I know a lot of you are joining, and hello, Heidi, good to see you. Hello, Tina, good to see you. And please do share this out because I know the rest of the world is dealing with EMF exposure just like we are. Okay, whether it's in your home, in your body, we're going to talk about it all. All right, so thank you for joining Charanjit, and thank you guys for joining me today on the Quantum Body Awakening Show. I do want to tell you guys, so I just started my new podcast, my own podcast, and it's called Conversations with Deeple. And if you go to my website, anandaforlife.com, you can find, all you have to do is click on the podcast page, and you'll find all the podcasts there. Okay, I think there's about 6 episodes now. So take a look at those and have fun. They're also available on Spotify, TuneIn, and a couple of other places. So definitely join me there, okay? Hello, Carla. Hello. Nice to see you. All right, so let's get started because I'm really excited about today's topic. It's especially nowadays with all the technology that is around us, we have more and more EMF exposure, right? Electromagnetic pollution may be the most significant form of pollution human activity has produced in this century. All the more dangerous because it is invisible and insensible. This is a quote from Andrew Weil. And he is right. We can't see it. When you're using the microwave in your home, you cannot see it. You don't see that radiation, so you continue to use the microwave, right? And I know some of you don't have microwaves anymore. Some of you do. And, but we don't realize the more we expose our foods, our, us to something just as small or minute as a microwave, just think about how much of us are we exposing to these electromagnetic toxins, right? Now, high levels of exposure is known to cause neurological and physiological problems by disrupting the human nerve function. And we're going to get into all that. So I was reading something and it said that scientists estimate that daily exposure to EMFs is 100 million times higher than it was 100 years ago. And I believe that. Of course it is. Look at all the stuff that we have available to us. We can't leave the house without taking our phones everywhere with us. It is by our bedside. It is in the bathroom. It is everywhere. You cannot leave without it, right? You can't live or leave without it. Half the time I leave my phone at home and my kids are like, well, I tried to call you. And I'm like, sorry, I forgot my phone. But how are we supposed to get away from all of this, right? More than 200,000 types of man-made EMFs are now estimated to exist in our environment. 200,000, guys. That's a lot. Now, predictions are that within about 10 years, 1 in 4 people will be debilitated by exposure of EMFs. How crazy is that? That is um, that's scary, is what it is. Now, 35% of Americans rank EMFs as their number one environmental health concern, and you might be one of them. I know a lot of people have expressed their concerns to me. A lot of my clients have, like people, and they're getting anxious. They're having panic attacks because of EMF exposure increasing, now with the 5G and all that coming through. So that's where I want to help you guys understand that, this is a serious problem. And how far is it really going to go? And how do we stop this? I don't know. But there has to be a way to protect ourselves, right? And we have to take those measures. So that's what we're going to talk about today. So for those of you that are just joining us, I do want to welcome you. I'm just going to check over and look who's joining us. Hello, Harold. Nice to see you. Please do share this out with everybody else. Share it on your timeline. I'm just going to shift my camera over so you guys can see me. And let me introduce myself to you guys who do not know me. My name is Deepal Shah, and I am here to help those who are dealing with chronic and acute health issues. And so I work with thousands of people around the world and help heal people with all kinds of issues. And now that EMFs are coming up, I even help them with that exposure. Okay. So that's why I thought that, this is the perfect time to talk about this topic, because I am getting more and more concerned about it, and I know others are as well. So please post here, for those of you who are watching, how much of a concern is this for you and your family, right? Our kids, the next generation, is going to be exposed even more, and the generation after that, and the generation after that. And it's unfortunate, but we have to find some way to protect ourselves. And I know there's a lot of devices and things out there that you can wear or you could put around your computer or whatever, but I want you to see what diseases or ailments or discomforts are you dealing with in your body today that may be caused by EMFs, and what can you do about it energetically, okay? So let's see. Now, it's funny because we are, like most of us, we're trying to live this modern day life, right? And we want everything to be easy and convenient, right? That's why they came out with those frozen lunches or frozen dinners, right? And you pop them in the microwave, and how easy is it? And because of our busy lifestyle, we have forgotten how to really use the stove, number one, and how to get away from technology, and how to really be mindful of what we're doing and what we're exposed to, right? Because even the electrical wires in your home carry EMF, right? Everything in your home, like if you just think about it, what things carry this energy that is affecting you on an everyday basis, every minute of your life. So I think many people are aware of the possible health risks presented by all these environment, but yet most people ignore it because it makes their life easy and makes it flow, right? If you're in a rush to take your kids, somewhere to their class or whatever, yeah, it's easy to just pop leftovers in the microwave, rather than warming them up on the stove. And I keep bringing microwaves up because for some reason that seems like the most used gadget that has electromagnetic waves. So think about what you have in your home that could be making the flow of your energy and your body. What is slowing that down? Okay. So let me tell you some of the things that we are ignoring that do radiate this electromagnetic energy, okay? So power lines and power stations, smart meters, broadcasting antennas and cell phone towers, AM, FM radios, and MP3 players, personal computers, Wi-Fi, cell phones and cordless phones. Of course, I don't think we have cordless phones anymore, but cell phones for sure. Electrical appliances, electric blankets. My gosh, I never thought about electric blankets. See, the things we don't think about, anything that's electric is electrifying. It's electrifying us, right? I thought those were the coolest things, electric blankets and heaters. And then I found out something new, waterbed heaters. I don't think anybody has a waterbed anymore, but if you do, that also conducts electromagnetic radiation. E-book readers and tablets, your Kindle. Electric power supplies, microwave ovens, overhead fluorescent light fixtures, and fluorescent light bulbs. Those are the worst. You know, every single school seems to have these damn things. And I cannot stand it because sometimes my daughter will come home and she's like, Mom, I've got this awful headache. And it's because of these awful lights that they have in schools. They really do need to get rid of these lights. They are the most biggest nuisance, number one. And number two, they do radiate electromagnetic energy. And that's why some of the kids are feeling the way they feel. Maybe that's why they do have ADD or ADHD or whatever we want to call it. Maybe they cannot concentrate because of the lighting. You're constantly exposed. Imagine how much your kids are exposed to this lighting in the let's see, 8 months of school that they have. Right? Every single day for 8 hours from 7:30, at least for my kids, till about 3 o'clock. That's a long time. No wonder they're getting headaches or they're feeling dizzy or whatever's happening, right? Another thing that radiates electromagnetic energy is television and video game equipment. So even the equipment. So all of these things send out a stream of invisible energy waves that we cannot see. And it's becoming more and more of a major concern, which is causing scientists and other experts to take a closer look. And so some of you who are sensitive, who are empathic, who are light workers and healers, are going to be very sensitive to this energy. Okay? And so are our kids who are now coming into this world, because they are very conscious beings and they are so sensitive that they can feel everything. So should we be concerned? Should we be concerned? That's the question. Of course we should, right? Of course we should. Now, at the turn of the 20th century, electric power lines and indoor lighting spread across the world. Scientists realized that the power lines supplying all that energy to the world's population were sending off EMFs. And then over the years, scientists also learned that many of the appliances that use electricity also create EMFs. But we also know that a lot of us who are getting x-rays or CT scans or MRIs for certain diseases, ailments, discomforts in the body also radiate EMFs. That is why it should only be done if it's necessary. Those procedures, testings should only be done if it is necessary for you to do that. I heard of a story just the other day where this lady, she was convinced something was wrong with her. She must have seen so many doctors, and she finally comes to this one doctor, and the report shows that she has already had over 20, I think about 28 MRIs done in 1 year. Now imagine the radiation in her body. This woman doesn't have anything. Nobody can find anything. But I don't know, but something may be found just from all this exposure to EMFs, all this exposure to radiation. Why would you want to do that to your body? Right? So it's scary how much EMFs are affecting the body and how people are so oblivious to even just to find that little thing, like to find nothing, okay? To find nothing, they're going through so much testing, okay? Because they're convinced there's something wrong with them. Now, I understand if you've got aches and pains and whatever, that's fine. But if it's not something serious, where you do not need an x-ray or a CT scan or an MRI, do not get that done unless it is absolutely necessary. Okay. So I'm just going to look over here really quick because I just want to see what you guys, who's here. Hi, Isha. Hi. Hello. Hello. And I don't want to say your name wrong, but I'm just going to say Tarek. Hello, hello. How are you? So thank you guys for joining me if you're just joining me, but today we are talking about EMF and EMF exposure and the toxicity that it creates in your body. And I thank you for joining me here today. Please do share this information out with the rest of the world because this is really, really important information that I'm sharing with you today to bring more awareness of EMFs, okay, into your life. Now, you know, even when you're 3 feet away from a microwave, you are exposed to about 25 milligauss of EMFs. And the Environmental Protection Agency recommends that you limit your exposure to 0.5 to 2.5 milligauss. But now you're getting just from being 3 feet away from your microwave. And how many of us stand 3 feet away? We're usually like right up there, right at the handle, right? Yeah, so just imagine how much exposure just from that one little thing, okay? Now, cancer. Can cancer be a possibility with all this exposure? Yeah, because the World Health Organization actually confirmed that EMFs are possibly carcinogenic to humans. And in some of the smaller studies, researchers did find to high levels of EMFs for years at a time showed an increased risk of a certain type of leukemia in adults. And that's scary. And I was looking at another research where European scientists, they uncovered an apparent link between EMFs and leukemia in children. So not only adults are being affected, but also children. So the monitoring for EMFs is lacking. So they're not always able, scientists are not always able to draw any certain conclusion, right? Because what are we really being exposed to? What is really causing the disease in the body? And can EMFs be it? Something that you can't see, right? So, of course, there are so many things that link EMF exposure and changes in the human nerve function throughout the body, affecting sleep and mood. And there are so many other things that happen within the body. Okay, one of the things is that EMFs will distort the human energy pattern, which becomes more hazardous to your health. It also inflicts damage to the DNA. Now, you think that nothing can change your DNA, but it can. Everything that you're exposed to, even your thoughts, feelings, and emotions and beliefs, can inflict some form of change to your DNA. EMFs also disrupt the natural energy field. It can also weaken the cellular metabolism. It affects your nervous system function and causes damage to the cells, right? So cancer and unusual growth can be one of the symptoms of very high exposure. Now, some of the other symptoms that I was reading about was sleep disturbances, insomnia, headaches, depression, depressive symptoms, tired, fatigue, chronic fatigue, painful and itchy sensations, lack of concentration, brain fog, dizziness, irritability. We can't always blame our hormones for all of this, guys. It's not all hormones. So, other things is loss of weight, appetite, restlessness, anxiety, nausea, skin burning and tingling. So, EMFs can change the brain activity, that electrical activity that goes on in your brain, right? So, whenever you're in fight or flight all the time, that response can come from an overload of EMF exposure. I'm not saying that stress doesn't play a role. Yeah, stress does play a role. But is the stress also coming from your environment? Which part of your environment? And again, I just want you to be aware that can EMFs be a reason for some of your diseases and ailments and discomforts within your body? And what can you do to reduce some of the stuff that may be going on in your environment that you can actually eliminate? Okay. Now, what's happening is that you'll notice subtle changes in the body in the beginning, and then eventually it leads to a serious disease, right? Such as adult and childhood leukemia, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, ADD, ADHD, autism, lack of mental clarity, well, diminished, not even lack of, brain tumors and headaches. How many kids do you see having headaches nowadays? Migraines. changes in brain function, breast cancer, a compromised nervous system, hormone elevation for men and women, miscarriages, a compromised immune system, a compromised endocrine system, reduction in melatonin. That's why you might be having a hard time sleeping. And please, guys, share with me what you're dealing with. If any of these resonate with you, I want you to share. What are you dealing with that might be a cause of EMF exposure? Chronic fatigue syndrome, fibromyalgia. Speaking of fibromyalgia, I just came out with an MP3 for fibromyalgia. It's called Fibromyalgia MP3. So grab it on my website at anandaforlife.com and just click on the MP3 tab, and you could get it there. But fibromyalgia, guys, check it out. EMF exposure can cause possibly fibromyalgia. So if you're ready to clear these toxins from your body, come and find out how we can energetically start the process. Because on, I believe, coming up next week, and I'll tell you when, next week I have a health clinic on June 19th at 12 p.m. Eastern, where you can register. The registration link is right above, and you can register for clearing EMFs from your body and your home. And I recommend that you guys join me. If that's something that you want to do, I recommend that you come and join me as we clear these things out. Okay, so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be energetically reducing your stress, working on your organs and systems, protecting you from all the EMFs that are around you, and redirecting this unhealthy energy that you've taken on. We're going to strengthen and reinforce your own natural healing energy field. We got to strengthen your energy field. And then amplify your abilities to handle stressful situations and people. We're also going to balance and enhance your natural energy, improving your focus, performance, and goal achievements, right? We're going to balance and help keep your immune system strong. That is huge, and your nervous system. So right at the top, you can register for this particular health clinic. I encourage you to share this out with everybody you know and invite them to this health clinic, because we're going to be doing a lot of clearings, and this is so, so important. Now, you know, one of the things that Dr. Oz said, and if you guys ever watch Dr. Oz, I don't get a chance to watch him anymore, but I was reading something that he said, and one of the things that he said was the next big frontier in medicine is energy medicine. In the future, it will not be about the chemistry. It will be about the energy. And I love that quote, because he is so right. If you're not reading the energy and clearing the energy, then you're missing out. Because, yeah, it's not always going to be about the chemistry, right? We got to do something. And we are on the forefront of energy healing right now. And consciousness is growing all around us. Like, there's more and more conscious beings. And we are all aware and conscious of our environment. And this is something that we are all and feeling strong about. You know, and companies out there are doing nothing about it except coming out with 5G now, right? So we're going to address that on this call, on this health clinic group call next week. So I hope you guys will join me. Isha says, good morning. Carla says, is there a way to energetically clear EMF exposure? Well, Carla, join me on the call next week, and we will be doing that on the call live, and each and every person that joins will be getting a mini healing. So please do join that. If you are serious about clearing this energy from your home and your body, I encourage you to register on the link above. Hello, Tara. Good to see you, sweetheart. Amber. Hello, Amber. Good to see you. I've got two of my students here. That's wonderful. All right, guys. So that's it for today. I hope I was able to help you guys get some more clarity, and you know what? Join me for next week's call, okay, guys? The health clinic, it's going to be a powerful health clinic, and I'm going to be in Mexico, so right near the water, near the ocean. So I hope you'll join me there too. All right. So thank you for being here. Namaste, everybody.